Hello there, my name is Spiritus, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last episode, we had a heart attack in front of our crush, and we got sent to a school for disabled teenagers. Let's continue. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates are in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and grey plaster, assembled into a hole that didn't feel welcoming at all. Gates never feel welcoming, really. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Nice school. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and a small fresh-cut grass, and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. Why does a park remind you of clean and hygienic? While yes, a park should be clean and hygienic, it's not the first words that pop into my mind, but well then. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. Oh my god, no. Text 3. Alright. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. Well, this is a special school, so, you know. Oh, my mouse is in the screen again. Everything seems off. Oh, never mind. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The disabled dimension! The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. A green hospital? I don't know. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. Oh, yeah, okay. So, why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? New school, I guess? I don't know. I feel anxious when I go to a new school. Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. Oh my god, once again. Hey! It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. Okay. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. That's right. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. That really does look like a hospital though. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You must be Niki? What the fuck? Nakai. Oh, so you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of that, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, of course, why not? Yeah, sure, I mean, Isn't that normal? I really don't want to, but anytime someone asks me to introduce myself, I just do it. I don't know why, because I'm always really shy and really awkward, so... Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention, so... I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. See? Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. Oh, those are stairs, never mind. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor. Ugh, tongue twisters, ladies and gentlemen. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Ah, get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, largely so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. Interesting class, so let's see, what do we have? A girl with 2 different colors of eyes, a girl with her hand in front of her face, a girl with a bandage across her arm. I think she doesn't have an arm. Well, no hands. Ugh, no arm. A guy who has a wound on his head, I guess, I don't know. I might be missing something, but anyways. It's really spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left. And there's lots of space left over around in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Oh! Never mind. That was a fail. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would I be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Someone with no thumb. I can't see her. Anyways, despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking to you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I guess that's my seat, right there, with where no one is sitting. Hey. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. Oh, was that a girl with the hand in front of her face? Huh, okay. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers. Oh, he was there too. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute, so is the cheering looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else. Really clapping for a new classmate? He claps his hands and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. Sorry about that. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause. but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I won't be soccering anymore, boy. I hope to get along well with everyone even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. Is it exactly like every self-introduction ever? I should say something more exciting. I've got a heart condition. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Thank God. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said, though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. Sounds like my self-introduction this year. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do, because it is. The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. Like this. Once again, I'm sorry. It makes me feel a little bad. So did a joke I just made. So yeah, we're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. Deep breaths, spirit. Deep breaths. Alright. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out today's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow? The teacher's... Slow? Slowly? I don't know. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her, by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha ha ha! What? I'm caught off guard by laughter. I can't do laughter, by the way, sorry guys. It's nice to meet you too, but... I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence. Oh my god, English. But only barely. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. So, I guess she's deaf? She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people and who better to explain things to you. I can see you're a little confused, right? No kidding, right? But I understand why you would think of... But I understand why you think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translate things back and forth for her. Oh, so yeah, she is deaf. Okay. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. Let's try that again. Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here too. Oh my god! We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you'd be here today so soon. Hee-chan, right? Hee-chan? Yup, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? Oh, it's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a Hee-chan. Okay then. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly. Their hands a blur. Ooh! All those disabled jokes I'm making right now are really not helping my reputation. Oh boy. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there is anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with a hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful, yeah? Yeah. I just came kind of straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always. Always. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this. Even if I committed myself to go along with half-assedly. But anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? No, I'm not. I don't know anyone here in this school, and I'm sitting here with a girl that's deaf and her translator, and I don't know what to say, and Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Wahahaha. Calm down there, Waluigi. Alright. Ah, and another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep, Shizune is fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. You're mad. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of both being difficult and unnecessarily long. 2 hours later. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks. Well, Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Well, I would imagine it's kind of hard to work with a girl that's deaf and her translator, because you can only talk to the deaf girl through the translator. So yeah. The clock tower bell rings. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! No shit. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice, it almost feels like I'm back at a hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. You're at school for disabled teenagers, so pretty. You could have expected that, really. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything, we're your guides, so you should ask if there is something. I wonder. In all honesty, I would not ask about the library. The thing is, I am really afraid of asking questions, so... Yeah, I think I got everything I need to know. I can't think of anything, really. Oh, that means we've been good guides, doesn't it? Doesn't it? If you say so. Misha positively beams, and so does Shizune after a quick translation. I shake my head at their somewhat exaggerated enthusiasm, and shift my focus on the food. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Wow. Maybe they are talking about secret girl stuff or something. Yes, even deaf people talk about secret girl stuff. I quickly notice the conversation in silence is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not first. Oh, hi. Oh, that's the girl with her hand in front of her face last episode. Now I see that half her face is scarred. Well then. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I do that all the time, so I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. I don't know. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for today. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry already, think there is a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Wow. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Oh, that was awkward. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text Head Nurse and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. So yeah, the first act is a lot longer than the prologue, which I would have expected, to be honest. But yeah, once again, this game is quite interesting. Shizune and Misha are very interesting. But yeah, I'll be back next week with either this game or something else. I have yet to decide. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!